So this is a good question, but we're going to answer. It's from Gabriel in the Netherlands. I mean, I can do it, but honest. So we're going to that's what I thought. I just didn't know.
Have you guys recovered at all?
We got well, not really. I went to a car show yesterday and spent time just talking out the drivers because some of the cars are there. So I just kind of checked in with the participants and the buttons program for a bit.
It's all mumbly because the music.
Oh.
The music's loud.
I don't know what your music is. Right. You heard me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just went down to the car show downtown yesterday and checked in with a bunch of the participants and stuff that were at my car show. And we kind of did that, and then came home and tried to take a nap, but that didn't work out. And then last night we barbecued here. The Woolmans came over and Bonnie came back.
Oh, cool.
And we ate on the patio, and I think we just laughed for 3 hours straight. It was so funny. So yeah, we had a good time, but bed late. Oh my goodness, Tony awake. Tony Mazzle's awake. We had to convince Tony to come on this morning because we were like, you're in mountain time. You can get up at 7:30. Apparently he likes to sleep in. So we were like, this is your chance. It's 7:30.
That's funny. Did he have fun? Did he go hang out with Anthony yesterday?
Yeah.
Cool. So I came down here to the campground where my family's been camped, and I stayed the night here because I rescheduled my whole day today. I have a bunch of stuff I have to get done, and I don't have employees that I can rely on, so I moved everything back a day. Even distributor stuff, I have a bunch of that to do. So
you need a day off. I don't get a day off. I have 2 cars today, but I have a coating.
I forced it.
Coating and a full detail. It's gonna be. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Look, Kyle's in the nice bright sun. We thought about sitting outside, but it's a little cold. It's a little cold. It's beautiful here, but it's a little cold.
A little chilly here too.
Yeah.
But the sun's already coming around the corner, and it's going to warm up real quick. It's going to be 100 degrees today.
Oh my gosh! Yikes!
So
I don't know what it
is. What it is. Well, long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see since yesterday, huh? So good morning, everybody. We are coming off of a huge event this weekend. And I don't necessarily mean the event was huge, but just a huge undertaking. And we had a lot of people travel to Boise, and it was so awesome. Chris Woolman is here with me live, still hiding himself, but he is here in Boise.
I'm right here. I'm in Sydney's kitchen.
So he is here with me this morning, which is so awesome. He's going to So we do have to finish at exactly 8:30 sharp my time, which is 7:30 Pacific, because Chris needs to get to the airport. So we will be on a schedule today. But thank you everybody for joining us on this Monday morning. We have lots of fun stuff to talk about, and we still have fun stuff happening this week. So as everybody remembers, on the last Bead Maker and Coffee, we finished up with our SDC trips and the UK adventures for Bob and Rennie. And so this weekend we had Cruise in Hidden Springs, and we had a lot of detailers and team members come from all over. So it was just so much fun, and I'm so thankful for them. It was a super successful weekend. I will try to get pictures up as soon as possible. I'm sure some people have seen a few here and there, but we have about, I don't know, Chris took about 900 photos, and then another guy took about 600. So I've got some pictures to go through, but it was just a really, really great weekend. And oh my gosh, it was good.
I'm excited to see the drone footage of
Yeah.
the event.
Yeah.
That had to be really cool. I hope he was up there flying it around during the award ceremony, because that was so much. There was so many people there. It was great.
Yeah. Chris
look, Chris's.
Hold on, that's not working right. I gotta figure this out.
Chris has a cool video. There you go.
That's the one I want.
There we go. Chris has a cool video from the car show. So he took some of the pictures, made a little slideshow. So that's the best in show winner right there. Crazy, crazy cool car.
That Cadillac was gorgeous.
Yeah. So we ended up with, we had over 200 cars register. We had some cars register day of. We had a couple cars no show, which is totally normal. So I think we ended up about 191, 192 cars parked. So that was super awesome. And I know sometimes that, we've heard of car shows with a lot more cars than that, but this is literally inside our neighborhood. Literally inside the neighborhood. So that was a lot of cars to shove in a very small space. So it just turned out absolutely awesome. It was the best day of weather for Boise this far all year. So the weather was absolutely gorgeous, and it just was awesome. We had a really good time, but I am, I'm doing okay. Actually, I would say that I'm super wiped out, but I'm not near death. I'm going to work today on 2 cars. But it was a really, really great weekend. Super great weekend. Look at the little doggy. So cute. So yeah, really, really cool. What was your impression, Kyle, for your favorite part?
Well, it was definitely a bigger show than the previous couple years.
Yeah.
The first one that I went to was your cruise because of COVID, the COVID cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last year's, I really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I thought that the orchard worked out really well. It looked nice how everyone was able to cruise away. Mm-hmm. But my favorite's the one that was right next to that Cadillac, that 56 F100.
Yeah.
With the airbrushed or painted wood floor was just beautiful in the bed.
Yeah.
So lots of really, really good cars. You know what's crazy about car shows? Everyone thinks their car is the best car there.
It really does.
As detailers, we can be like, okay, yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm. But no, there were some great cars, and it was really the couple that won with that Ford 4-wheel drive truck, the cream one. I think you're going to detail it. They won an award.
Yeah.
And they won with the Bronco last year. They were just super happy to be there.
Oh gosh,
they're like, oh, this is awesome. They're just so kind. We kind of positioned them in a really pretty way up on that hill. And that was what was so much fun, is the people that were just so kind and nice and brought a beautiful car. Every once in a while you get a grumpy old person, but oh well. But the rest of them made it worth it. It was, 10 times that. So you had a ton of awards. You were blowing through the awards when you were giving them out. I was like, holy cow, you were, on fire.
Yeah, I think we did about 34 awards. It was crazy.
Yeah, they were good.
It was really fun.
Good time hanging out with the Rag Company boys too. They,
yeah.
Josh brought his kids. John was there. Jeff and Carolyn, Levi, Dane, Anthony showed up and brought his wife and pretty little baby girl. And it was just a good, after the work in the morning, it was a lot of fun just to hang out.
Yep. Yeah. It was just a really good day. Really good day. It is, though, it is like a lot like planning a wedding. You spend 9 months planning it and you worry so much about everything, every little detail being perfect. And then you go through the whole day and it goes by so fast and then it's over. And then you get all these messages from people that are like, it was so great. And you're like, I never saw you. Like all day yesterday, I just was getting, message after message after message from my customers. And I was like, I wish I would have seen you. I wish I would have seen you. There's so many people I never saw. But just everybody just had such a great time. The community, we probably had well over 1,000 spectators.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really, really good. It was so awesome. And
that was how we ended the weekend.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff leading up to
yeah,
Cruising Hidden Springs that was just a whirlwind in itself.
yeah,
Between I got there Wednesday and I filmed all day with the rag company guys, did the Q&A with them, and then Friday, the rag company was gracious enough to host a bunch of mafia members and some volunteers that came to help with the car show and give us a tour, see the new warehouses, show off some new products.
yeah.
We played with some towels. We polished on Jody's boat because he wanted to finish it, and so we all jumped in and kind of helped him. And it was a good time. So usually in the mornings we talk about our favorite product that we used that week, and really I was there almost a whole week.
Yeah.
So if I was going to say what my product was, I'm going to say it was Kyle's Boat and RV Restore, because that's the video I did with the rag company guys. So you guys will have to stay tuned for YouTube videos on Kyle's Boat and RV Restore and on TikTok, because we spent some time doing a really cool explainer video and kind of telling the background on that.
Yeah. And that's going to be great. And just to watch, from when we walked in and you just had the little square that was done for the video, to see what that product did on that boat was absolutely crazy. So I'm really excited about that. I mean, it was such a good, example of what that product's abilities are. And it's shocking, the before and after, definitely shocking. So that's really fun. So, honestly, I haven't even thought about mine. Last week was a whirlwind. So I would say that I used a lot of Bead Maker, a lot of Dream Maker last week.
Yeah.
Those are just so vital. I'm trying to think if I used, you know what I did use a lot last week? It's summertime, the trees have their leaves, and things happen when trees get their leaves. So I've had a lot of cars coming in with not only road tar, but tree sap. And so literally, I bet last week I went through a half a bottle of our tree sap remover. And, just in this area, there's a, like a 4-month period where I do use it. And then the rest of the year goes by and I don't need it. And every year when I have to pull that bottle out and use it so much, I literally fall in love with it. And my daughter, Delaney, you know this, Kyle, she works for me. She's 16. And so she works for me during the summer. And, she does a great job. She knows how to do a lot. But every year we kind of add in one more complexity thing. And so with like removing tree sap and stuff, I had never, had her do that. So this year she's started to be able to use the tree sap remover. And it's funny to watch her and how often she's a very harsh critic of chemicals, for one. If she doesn't like something, she will tell you about it.
She's not just a harsh critic of chemicals. She's a harsh critic of life.
Of life. Yes. Very true. Very true. And so it's funny to watch her now that she knows what the tree sap remover can do. I see her constantly over there grabbing it to do this or that. She thinks it's just the coolest thing ever. So super funny. So I would have to say, honestly, tree sap remover was it's an absolutely amazing product.
I have a bonus one too.
Yeah. Very quickly removes tree sap and, doesn't leave any marks or, typically in the past, years ago when I would use tree sap removers, they would leave marks and you'd have to go back and polish over. And I just love how it removes the sap and you're done. You don't have to go back over it. So love that product. And it works really great on, road tar as well. So all those little black pickup things on the bottom of cars. So
I had a lot of fun driving Gabe's old, was it 90s?
It was a 90s
Toyota.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, excuse me, the white version of the Back to the Future truck.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun, but we went and cleaned it for the show. And man, I saw a ton of people. That thing was a hit. People were peeking in there, but the bed was really dirty. So we scrubbed the bed out. We used some mud buster and rinsed it out. And then I dried the bed out, and then I soaked the entire plastic bed liner with full send.
Yeah.
And did the trim, did the mud flaps, did the side steps, did the tires. Your garage smelled like orange creamsicle all day. and it was a lot of fun. And man, it came out really nice. So I have to put the plug in for full send, because everyone that came in was like, "What did you do to the bed?" I said, "I just did full send. I let it soak in, wiped it down." But that was really impressive. And how the tires looked great, not super shiny, but had a nice gloss. Everything I put it on just looked naturally clean and with a light gloss. And I was really happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It came out so good. So good.
Did Gabe come pick it up?
He did. Yep. He showed, I went and got him yesterday and brought him up, and he was just like,
did
wow.
He cry?
So good. He didn't cry. He maybe cried because he missed the show, but no, he was really excited. I think he probably didn't cry because when we opened the garage door, it had all the PNS stuff that had to be shipped back. So
all right, Gabe.
Yeah.
We're putting you to work now.
Right. So, that was funny. No, he was super happy with it. It looked amazing. So, cool. and I watched him drive away, and I'm obviously on Saturday, I knew it looked great, but when I watched him drive away yesterday, I was like, wow, that looks really nice.
What a cool truck. I mean, his high school truck.
So cool. Yeah. So cool.
In perfect condition.
Yep.
All right. Well, it looks like we got a bunch of stuff going, and it looks like stroopwafel questions are happening again.
Yes. Yes. And I'm glad Gabriel had sent me a question over the weekend, because he didn't think he'd be able to join us, but I saw that he's here in the chat today, so he gets to answer his question live. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we'll start with it. I'm throwing for it.
Cool. Yeah, everybody's real talkative in the chat this morning. That's awesome. Okay. So Gabriel says, where did the double black name come from?
Well, I don't know the exact conversation of how it happened, but I know that Rennie Doyle and Bob Phillips and Dave Phillips and their families are huge lovers of skiing. And in the skiing world, the certain runs, I believe, are rated, and the most expert run is called a double black diamond. And so that is the expert idea behind double black, and the way it collaborated is Rennie and Bob's love, their family's love of skiing. So they kind of brought it together and made it the double black Rennie Doyle double black collection.
Yeah,
I mean, it was for the experts, but it's kind of taken on a different light where it's for experts, but it's easy enough or user friendly for even the DIY market, like Bead Maker and other things. So that's where double black comes from.
Yep. That's it. All right.
I'm sure there's an interesting story how they got to that point, but
Yep. So next up, Nicole Detailing says, are you all going to be in Hayward on Thursday? So I'm glad you brought this up, Mike, because we didn't talk about this. So yes, myself and Rennie will be in Hayward for that event. So on Thursday in Hayward at PNS HQ is an open house event. And so everybody's welcome to come in, detailing event. And they'll have the whole factory open. There'll be tours. There's going to be food, just a really good time. So myself, Rennie will be there. And then we have our friends from Auto Geek will be there. And we have Justin Lobato and Robin Sweet coming from Auto Geek as well. And so we have a great event planned. We're going to be filming all day Thursday. Then we have the detailing event, open house on Thursday night. And then on Friday, we have the Auto Geek class. It's like a boot camp, 1-day extreme detailing class with those 4 instructors, which is going to be so awesome. I think we have a couple spots left. So if you are going to be in the area and you would like to attend, check, there's links everywhere on our bio and, past postings and things like that. But I think we have a couple spots left open for the class. And then Thursday night is open to everybody. So
it's not cool enough that you have Sydney and Rennie.
Yeah.
But you're also bringing Justin Lobato from Florida and Robin Sweet, who is the newest addition to the Auto Geek family as a brand representative. So you're getting a whirlwind of knowledge to come in from Sydney and her own shop to Justin, who has a high volume shop with PPF and clear or window tint coatings. Robin, who has a small shop herself and does a great job. Rennie, who trains, and then Bob Phillips is there as the master of all things detailing products. It's, if you guys aren't attending that event, you're missing out. And I know a lot of people don't know Auto Geek on the West Coast as well as those on the East Coast do, but it's going to be quite a treat.
Yep. I'm really excited. So I fly out early Thursday morning and I will be there. So Terry, I very look forward to meeting you in person. It's just going to be super, super fun. So, and I saw Samantha Sweden's going to be there. That's awesome. So yeah, we're excited about this week. It's a huge event at PNS. It's Bob's favorite thing is to clean the whole HQ up for everybody to come visit. It's his favorite thing. So all right. So Eric Carter, we've got good morning, first time here. Well, welcome. That's awesome. I have a question about Brake Buster. During use, I'm not seeing a reaction, the browning from the tires, even with agitation. Any ideas? So my first question is, are you diluting it? And which method are you using? So I have seen a lot lately, and I'm not sure where it's stemming from, where we can kind of help this, but I've personally had a lot of people contact me about this, is they're diluting Brake Buster when they're using it straight out of the bottle. So the only time you want to dilute Brake Buster is if you are using it in an IK foamer. So, and then that is like 4-to-1, 5-to-1 seems to be a sweet spot. And when you use it as a foamer, though, that's a good thing to know too, is you typically won't see a lot of the browning because the foam, dwells longer. And so you're not going to get at that massive browning. But otherwise, so make sure you're not diluting it, because you really want to be using it full strength when it's straight out of the bottle. And not every tire's you're going to get the brown. I use it, every single day, every single car. What that could mean is maybe either they're not that dirty. So my own personal vehicle tires never turn brown anymore because I clean them with Brake Buster, as a maintenance cleaner. And so you may only see that browning, when a tire hasn't been cleaned for a long time. So it definitely,
I can see that if people want to dilute Brake Buster to be more gentle on their wheels and have more moisture on your wheels, I've heard of that. That's okay. But if you're looking for the browning and the maximum pull off, you need to go full strength Brake Buster on the wheels, on the tires, I mean. And if you're really trying to strip tires even more, then you need to go to undressed. That I have undressed, and my guys just use undressed on the tires, pretty much on those tires. They scrub them, and then they hit the tire and the wheel with Brake Buster, do the Brake Buster, and then sometimes they'll re-agitate again because Brake Buster will kind of help the undressed stay on there longer. And man, it all melts away and cleans up really nice. But yeah, if you're diluting it, that's your problem. Or you got some nice tires that are already clean. Because I have the same thing. Cheryl, my wife's car, I'm looking at it right now. I'm sitting outside. Her car does not turn brown when I clean her tires. My truck does. But my truck doesn't really get tires dressed. So it's always browning. I don't dress the tires on my truck. Because, not that I don't like dressing. I'm not Chris Lee. My truck goes out in the dirt too often. So
Yeah.
I prefer just to do it maybe once or twice a year.
This is a good companion question.
Cool. All right. So another brake buster question. So Don B says, hi, when doing the combo brake buster and iron buster on the wheels, which goes on first? Oh, definitely iron
Great
buster.
question.
Yep. Definitely
Yeah.
iron buster. So I do this a lot. I love this combo. So I always just, saturate the wheel with iron buster, kind of give it, a minute or two to kind of dwell and start bleeding. And then I cover me personally, I cover the entire tire and the wheel with brake buster, and it works phenomenal. Love it.
I couldn't say it better. Works perfect.
Cool. All right. So then we've got, just have to say, I did the bead maker and clay towel on my truck for the first time yesterday, and it works amazingly well. Doesn't it? It's like my favorite thing ever. Literally. I know I say that about everything, but literally it's my favorite thing ever. Yes.
You've kind of started a whole revolution with that method.
I know. It's
changing
so
the world.
awesome. Yeah. It's so awesome. It's literally the only thing I do. I either clay and bead maker as exterior detail, or we're doing paint correction and coating. I try to keep it simple. So if you guys have not tried that, it works awesome. So basically you are decontaminating and sealing in one step right after your wash. It saves so much time, gets that contamination off there, leaves behind the protection from the bead maker. And in my opinion, I feel like when you're removing the contamination, it's giving the bead maker the best surface to bond with. And so for me, I feel like I'm getting much longer out of my bead maker. So my customers' cars will come back in 6 months later and the bead maker is still there. The water behavior is still there. And so most of what I see, the bead maker has been applied with a clay towel and it's lasting a lot longer. It looks great. The car feels great. So I get really good results with this. And I've been doing it this way for 3.5 years. So I see cars back over and over again and they look amazing, feel amazing. I mean, every single person they think I totally polished out their car just because it's so shiny and the surface is so smooth, so smooth. So love it.
It's how we do our ceramic coating maintenance now. We literally
Yep.
wash it, do
Yep.
a very thorough wash, clean wheels, wheel wells, everything.
Yep.
And then while the vehicle is still wet, we mist bead maker and clay it with a really nice, high quality clay towel.
Yep.
Really nice one.
Yep.
It's very important to have a really good clay towel.
Yep.
Don't use some of those rough ones. You want like a buttery, soft, really nice clay towel.
Yeah. Like the one Rennie was wiping away his tears with in his
I
last
know. If we can only find one of those.
Goodness. All right. Let's see what we got up next. Josh Pierce. This is a good one. So Josh Pierce is here with us. He wants to highlight kind of a forgotten product from the Pro line, full throttle restoration polish. He uses it for one step, pairs it with a blueberry and maroon pad from Buff and Shine, and then of course tops it with Bead Maker.
I think Josh has been going in the basement before you and me.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I do have full throttle. I do. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't really played with it too much. So I'm going to try that, Josh. I totally have it. I just haven't played with it too much. So I will definitely, we're probably only about halfway through the Pro line right now with our, label refresh and all that kind of stuff. And, we pull those products out and play with them and decide, what's the best, space for this, what's the best use for it, what's the best, we try to figure out where it fits. And so I will definitely start playing with that because
Hey, Chris, can you grab full throttle for Sid?
Oh, he would never.
You've seen
he would never.
You'll never find it.
It's in the top of that cabinet with the 900
I know
other
it is.
bottles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll start playing with that, Josh, and then we'll figure out, because like I say, we're just going through changing all the labels over to the Pro Series line. So we'll definitely start playing with that. I have not tried that one yet. I mean, I've tried it, but not, where I was really paying attention. So
Well, we can talk about this. Something that Bob has been doing since you would bring up the basement. Tell about the new label for the water spot remover and the wheel cleaner.
Yeah.
Bob has some really cool labels that are coming out on our games. Really kind of going into our next generation of look for the brand. And he was just telling me that our water spot removers label is all black and it has water spots now. So
that's cool.
definitely tells the story of what we're removing. It's been that we brought up a while ago. And as we finish our run of labels, we are updating. So if you see products coming out with our older labels, it's because we probably have a few thousand labels and we're finishing those up. And then we will cycle in the newest look for the line.
Yep. And I'll go check the basement when I'm there on Thursday and see what else I've missed.
Oh, there's some gems out there.
Yeah.
But Full Throttle is it's a cleaner polish. I think it has a minor abrasive in it, a very small. Actually, no. From the look on the old school scale, it's actually a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll have to play with that some more. Thanks, Josh.
Hold on a second.
Chris is looking for a question. There's a lot of see, this is why we need you.
Up from the website.
I need help too.
I know, this is why we need Chris. He was like, you guys got this. You can do it without me. And I was like, yeah, I don't think we can. Because the questions go, they get so far down that then you're like, I don't remember seeing what. So Samantha said, I'll be there Thursday night. Is the store open to buy stuff? Yes, Stephen Chin's, I'm sure he'll have his store open. So yes, it should be open. I'm sure and his store is so great. I know you've been there, but super, super awesome. So I'm sure that will be open, and I'm sure he would love people to buy stuff. So that'll be really,
we will
really
make sure
cool.
to pass that message on to Stephen and say, it sounds like you need to be here, Stephen. Oh, no, I know he will, because I'm part of the tour and everything, and the open house is going to be there. So that'll be awesome.
Yep.
Ricardo has a dangerous question.
Okay, so Ricardo has a dangerous question. Is that a clay towel you recommend? Which one?
Stay tuned.
Stay
the one that
give us about a week.
Tears with. Yes, we do recommend the one he was wiping his tears with, and ask us that in a week. Samantha Sweden, when does it come back? Ask us in a week. Samantha, come see me Thursday. Okay, so Hans is here. Hi, Hans. Thank you for the stroopwafels. You've gotten Kyle turned on to stroopwafels. We talked a lot about you this weekend, Hans, and the stroopwafels. It was all about the stroopwafels.
Me and Anthony and Levi talked about stroopwafels and we're going to get even fatter. Oh, thanks, man.
Yep.
Oh, man, stroopwafels.
Okay, Jamie. Maybe I'll take you with me in the basement. So Jamie the cleaner, so exciting, is going to be joining us for the Auto Geek event in Hayward. He's coming all the way from Louisiana, and it's going to be so fun. It's his first flight, which, Jamie, I am going to call you today or tomorrow and give you some tips on flying. But so Jamie the cleaner is going to be joining us in Hayward, which is super exciting. And we'll see. We'll take some time and go search the basement for sure. There won't necessarily be a tour, but I'll show you the basement. That sounds so. There's no basement.
There's no basement. But,
basement.
There is a basement, but it's not the kind of basement. It's for
it probably has like
capturing.
Or something down there.
No, when we talk about the basement, we talk about going to all the pro line and boxes and just pulling things that we haven't ever played with yet.
Yeah.
Because P&S has so much products. When I go do demos, I cannot bring every product that P&S has because my entire truck would be full. It's already full as it is. So, Bring a
So that'll
flashlight,
be fun.
Jamie.
We'll go search the backs of the shelves, Jamie. We will go do that. It's going to be super
Oh,
fun.
you know, it'd be funny. You and Jamie should do a TikTok. Like you guys are literally going to a basement
Right.
and make it seem all dark and
Yeah.
We're gonna storyboard this, Jamie. We'll get it.
Jamie, there is scary stairs all over the place, so we got this. There is scary stairs. Yeah, so I'm super excited for that. This weekend's going to be great. All right, next up, we've got Rob Stevenson with, can you guys send me some PNS gear? I love your products.
Well,
no, I love that Chris is across this table for me that I can just be like, what are you doing?
We have awesome stickers we just came out with.
Mhm.
And we also have great gear on our site.
Yep.
And so let us know when you're sending in your order, and I'll have Ian and I'll have him throw a bunch of stickers in, and see whatever other stuff we have that is easily added.
Mhm.
Who's coming? Oh, that's going to be a great movie.
Yeah.
Sydney bringing you to the basement.
Yeah.
Sounds. It could go either way there.
It's
I'm
gonna
not
be
sure
good.
if it's a horror movie or a murder movie.
Horror movie music on TikTok and stuff. It's gonna be good. We can do a lot of stuff with that. It's gonna be good. So funny.
So when I was on the Q&A with the boys, when we say the boys, so we're Sydney and I refer as the kids.
Yep.
And the boys are the boys company.
Company.
Because you got Levi, Dane, and Anthony. There was a lot of questions about mixing stuff. And this used to happen. One question was mixing the carpet system. And so really wanted to bring that up today, how important it is that you use it in its proper order. And it can vary. If you're just cleaning carpets that don't have stains, you don't need to use Terminator. Terminator is for stains. It has an enzyme that will break down many different things, and what they are. Carpet Bomber is general purpose carpet cleaning for seats and carpets, and Finisher is to neutralize both of those chemicals. You cannot mix them. It won't work. But you can go to your Carpet Bomber Finisher, or you can go Carpet Bomber Finisher. And if you're just trying to do some, maybe there's a little bit of biohazardous cleaning because you need some peroxide, you can use a little finisher on blood or certain things. So it's versatile, but you can't just pour them in one bottle and make some sort of, don't do that. Don't mix chemicals. It's not going to be good. So I just wanted to bring that up because it continues to be a very oddball question, and I just don't want people to be sad at the results. You won't like the results. It's not going to work.
Yep. Good call.
Ooh, that sun is coming out.
Terry said, do you have sunglasses? Terry said, what is your go-to polish for paint enhancements prior to coating? So I have a couple different ones. So I try to choose the product that I think is going to do the most amount of correction in one step. So, and I love that you call it paint enhancement because that's what I call it. So I will kind of go between, I really like the deep finish from the double black line. I probably use that one, a good amount of time, but my honest favorite, which, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on here, but my honest favorite is the original Ego Maker. That one does such a great job, and I'm almost out. So if anybody wants to send me their original Ego Maker, that would be great because I can't find any. So the original Ego Maker. So Ego Maker, is an awesome product, but they kind of changed it for what, consumers wanted. And so the new Ego Maker does a great job at cutting, really, really good job. And it doesn't dust as much as the original, but it leaves some marring. So, there's dogs barking, and my dog doesn't know how to bark, and she's tried. No, Piper. And, and so it leaves some marring. So for me, it's hard to do a one step with the new Ego Maker. So I really like the original Ego Maker, which does cause a little bit more dusting, but it cuts and finishes in one. So I really love the original Ego Maker. And then deep finish I use a lot. I'm going to try this full throttle that Josh told us about, which I know about it. I just haven't really put too much into it. So I will do that. And then also, you know, a non-PNS product, I really love all the Last Cut products too. I use those a lot for paint enhancements. So, you know, over time, I work on a lot of the same manufacturers. So Subarus, I work on a lot of Dodges. And so I kind of know which products work great with those paint systems. And so at this point, I kind of have it dialed in that I know if I have a Dodge coming in that I'm using, you know, original Ego Maker and things like that. So it's kind of simplified my process. But yeah, so I pick one that does the most amount of enhancement.
Yeah, because if it's an enhancement, you're doing it in one step. It's not a correction then. So I've used Ultra Coat polish. It has a very, very, very fine abrasive in it. It's not meant to get rid of major flaws, but it will clean and help pop the paint. And then you use your paint prep to go into your coating. So Ultra Coat has kind of become my favorite. I was away at Sydney's. I had my guys wash in clay and polish my truck with Ultra Coat. Show it. It's all shiny, and they bead maker the sides, and then I had them coat the roof and the hood with Sol. So Ultra Coat is a great reset for a coating also.
Oh, can I talk about that real quick? So
it's your show, girl.
I totally forgot about it. So I was getting ready the cars, and I had that red Ferrari 308 that you know, had some scratches. It definitely lives the Magnum PI life. So it is coated in Inspiration. This is the one that I'm sure you guys have heard the story. Within a couple days after being coated with Inspiration, it started on fire, not because of the Inspiration, because of the fuel filter, and held up really well. So the car's been through a minute, right? And it's a 1983 or 84. I think it's 84. And so anyway, so the Ferrari was here getting ready for the car show, and you know, it was just looking like it had lived a little bit. So I just polished the entire car that was coated with Ultra Coat polish, because that's one of the functions of Ultra Coat polish is the ceramic reset. And so I went over the entire Ferrari, even with the 1-inch and the 3-inch polisher everywhere, did totally reset the ceramic, and holy cow, it looked amazing. Turned out so good. So if you want to see that video, it's on my TikTok, on my personal one. So which I think is, I don't remember, Sydney Breakwin or Wendy the Pooh. I'm not sure. I think it's Sydney Breakwin. And so I did a TikTok about that. And it was so, I mean, it made all the difference in the world. And I was so happy that we had that product. And, you know, the coating was still totally there, totally active. So I just, you know, hit it with Bead Maker afterwards, and, you know, Sol in some places, and it just turned out amazing. So that just reminded me what last week was.
You're probably one of the few that has actually lit a coating on fire.
Yeah.
Or had a coating on fire.
Yeah, I didn't light it on fire. I dealt with it after it was put out.
That was actual authentic ceramic coating marketing.
Yes. Yeah. Literally.
So
yep. All right. So then we've got Ramiro with so many. Oh, this is a great question. With so many superstars in the Hayward Training Center on Friday, is there really going to be time to do detail training, or is it more business oriented? I'm excited to be part and meet everyone there. We will absolutely give you the full package. So, you know, this is what we do. We're all trainers. We all, you know, that's our passion. That's what we're there for. We are absolutely going to be doing the training. So we'll be good.
I think you'll get the superstar treatment at the open house the night before. That's probably a good time to come and mingle and talk, and then you're going to get into the training the next morning. And then there's lunch. So I'm sure that there'll be more questions and answering, but the faster you guys get through the training part and make that enjoyable time, I'm sure there'll be a little bit of time at the end for that. Some people I know have to fly out quickly, so make sure you get pictures with everyone Friday, or is it Thursday night? Is that when the meet and greet is? Yeah, get pictures with Sydney and Robin and Justin and Rennie and Bob, and have a do all that.
Yep, we will have a full training. It's going to be good. Okay, Anthony Brown, have you guys discussed anything about the Lucid Headlight Coating? So, Anthony, to be honest, I have not gotten to use it yet. I don't do a ton of headlight restoration, but then also since it came out, I haven't really been traditional detailing. So right when I got home from SDC, it went straight into car show prep. So, and I'm not sure this week if I'll get to use it, but I mean, we used it during, testing and stuff. And so it's great. It's what you would expect out of, just a traditional coating. It's going to go on like the others, come off like the others. So, and I know, Rennie's kind of the one that has done like the long-term testing on it. And, he's gotten, what was it, 18 months on his red Ford. I can't remember what he said.
Something like that.
Yeah. So great coating. It's going to do a lot. The primary goal of it is going to be that UV protection, because during headlight restoration, we remove the factory UV coating. And so, that's the biggest benefit of it, is to put back that UV protection. So yeah, should be great. And I can't remember the date that it was going to be back in stock, but I feel like it's this week. So it sold out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be bottling soon. The next run.
Yeah. Terry says, I had an interesting question from a coating customer. He wanted me to coat his truck with Legend with Inspiration as a topper. That is not going to go well. Won't go.
Yeah, that's I don't know where he's getting that idea from, but Legend is a great base. Inspiration is a great base. But if you're going to top, you either need to top with the same product or top it with Soul, as we recommend. We don't mix Legend and Inspiration. For some reason they don't play together. And yeah, just stick with that combo. Either top with its own coating or go to Soul.
That's what I got.
Is that it? That's it for
Nice.
Cool.
Well,
did you have any other questions you want to bring up from the Q&A the other day, Kyle? Was there any other good ones?
Yeah, there was one. Someone asked, can you mix Bead Maker and paint gloss? And I confirmed later with Dave that that's not a good idea, because paint gloss has more cleaning ability. And so you're really just going to dilute both products. Can you work? Will you spray on something and wipe off dirt or dust? Yes. Will it lubricate? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it ideal? No. Are you going to leave behind protection? They're probably going to combat each other, and you wouldn't get the same results as if you were just using paint gloss or just using Bead Maker. So once again,
you can layer them.
That's working.
Mix them.
Yes. Yep. I know we have friends out there that go by Jamie the Cleaner that likes to mix Dream Maker and Bead Maker. For some reason, a very little of Dream Maker into Bead Maker works well, but and we've found that in its results. But paint gloss is not in the same family. So
because of those cleaning agents in it, the cleaning ability.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If you want to clean, use paint gloss or Epic waterless wash. If you want to protect, you should be using Dream Maker or Bead Maker.
Yep. Cool. Well, I don't mind if we wrap up a little bit early, because I know Chris has got to get all packed up and head off to the airport, but this was great to have him join us this morning.
Yeah.
We had
saved our butts once again.
Keith was ready for his moment, but then we realized that Chris was still going to be in town. So this worked out because Chris had the Mini Cooper, had my little blue Mini Cooper. So that had to make its way back up here anyway. So this
I was getting compliments on my shirt from Keith though. He liked my new polo.
That's nice.
He's on.
Oh
nice. Good.
Yeah. I'm wearing it. I got the back on. See?
Good.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I love the back. That's awesome. Okay, so last minute question from PDT. Does PNS have a Body Shop safe detail spray?
There is a version of paint gloss that is a silicone-free paint gloss.
Yeah.
And I think we still have some. You will have to ask for it specifically, and it's in the order form next to paint gloss. It just has a different SKU number. So that is the detail spray that is.
Yeah, it's literally called silicone-free paint gloss.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Cool, Gabriel.
That's a great question. If it's PDT, who sent that?
PDT, yeah.
Oh, it's my friend Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for your question.
Bill Pearson has a quick question. Kyle didn't expect to be up this early. Kyle, we are out here in Havasu and we're cleaning up a boat last night. What pads do you recommend for polishing the boat?
You know, Bill, it depends on the condition of the boat. If the boat already has a beautiful shine, I like to stay with like the yellow or white pads from Buff and Shine, more the thin to medium cut. If it gets a little bit more, if you remove a little bit more, you can go into the blue. My favorite Buff pad is the lamb's wool pads. There's the black Buff and Shine, or the gray blended wool is what I use on Cody's boat because that is what the rag company sells. So I used that pad because we were demoing the products that they sell with Kyle's Boat and RV store. But me and my own business, I love that white lamb's wool. PNS has their own version. It's the P2703 and P2704 lamb's wool. And those are my favorite for getting off a little bit more medium to heavy oxidation, bringing out the shine. Thanks for joining us, Bill. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good time out in Havasu.
Cool. Bob Phillips is here with us today.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bob.
The answer to the paint gloss.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
There we go. Stock number.
SFPG.
Yep. Cool. Well, guys, I think we will say goodbye for today, but we will be back in 2 weeks with the next episode of Bead Maker and Coffee. I'm sure we'll have lots of fun stories from this week to share. And Kyle, you're going to take the day off and enjoy some time in the sun with your family. And I'm going to go get to work.
No, my kids are on their way to summer school, so I'm going to go.
I tried to convince Tony Mazel to stay in Boise and help me today, but I think he.
I don't know where I'm going to be in 2 weeks. I think I'm in Michigan, so depending on the service, we may have to bring a guest on.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Thank you again, Chris.
Oh,
they can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear you though through mine. Cool. All right, guys. Well, everybody have an awesome day, and we will see you next time.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.